Educational reflections of a parent who raised multiple medical students. Notebook LM declined to generate a video for this content, so it has been converted into traditional text-to-speech. The tone may sound a bit flat, but it is absolutely worth listening to, whether you are a parent or a child. Main text. In Taiwan, getting into medical school has never been easy. Whether through standardized tests, subject-specific exams, recommendation programs, or application admissions, medical schools consistently sit at the very top of university admission thresholds. Students who make it into medical school are not only academically outstanding, they also demonstrate long-term learning ability, resilience under pressure, self-management, and the capacity to overcome challenges. But beyond the rare case of a single child entering medical school, what's even more intriguing is this: if a parent manages to raise multiple children who all enter medical school, does their method hold lessons worth learning for other parents? This parent does not believe every child should be forced into medical school. In his view, medical school is never the ultimate goal of education. Instead, it represents that a child has the ability to choose any path they wish. What truly matters is not whether the child becomes a doctor, but whether they possess the skills and character to face life's major decisions with freedom. Because once a person has the ability to qualify for medical school, they usually also have the ability to freely choose engineering, law, business, research, entrepreneurship, or any other path they truly love. The point is, the goal of education is not to send children into medical school, but to cultivate the strength required to reach that level. And in this parent's eyes, the most important core is not tutoring techniques, study methods, or exam strategies. It lies deeper, in the child's worldview. The greatest enemy of learning is not coursework, but avoidance of difficulty. Every student inevitably encounters subjects they dislike. Some love math but hate literature. Some enjoy science but fear English. Some adore history but have no interest in chemistry. The problem is that reality does not adjust its thresholds based on personal preference. If a child retreats whenever faced with difficulty, or abandons subjects they dislike, their academic journey will be filled with insurmountable obstacles. Thus, the key ability is not liking to learn, but being willing to face challenges even when you don't like them. This raises a deeper question: does the child truly believe that people must face difficulties? If they think life's purpose is comfort and happiness, they will naturally avoid hardship. But if they believe there are values higher than pleasure, they will be willing to endure present struggles. For this parent, the most important lesson in education is not knowledge, but philosophy. Is pleasure really life's ultimate goal? Once, in a discussion about life's purpose, his child said, "Life's goal is to achieve the greatest happiness." Instead of refuting directly, the parent asked, "What if one day someone invents a pill that makes you permanently happy, with no side effects? Would that mean your life is perfect?" The child was stunned. Intuitively, most people sense the answer is no. Even if such a pill existed, a life immersed only in happiness would feel incomplete. It would lack growth, creation, responsibility, love, pursuit, and meaning. This reflection led the child to realize, happiness is important, but it is not life's highest goal. Once someone recognizes values beyond pleasure, their view of difficulty changes. Hardship becomes not just pain, but the cost of growth, responsibility, or a bridge to higher goals. Can life's meaning surpass individual understanding? The parent often used metaphors to guide reflection. He once said, "You have consciousness, but each brain cell only receives signals and decides whether to pass them on. Does any single neuron truly understand your consciousness? Of course not. Yet consciousness undeniably exists." So he continued, "By the same logic, life's meaning may not be fully understood by any single individual. Not seeing the whole picture doesn't mean meaning doesn't exist." This helped the child realize, life's meaning may not rest solely on personal feelings. Some values transcend the individual, requiring a broader perspective and longer time to grasp. Personal suffering does not equal the whole of life. Just as one cell's pain does not define the entire body, one person's suffering does not define the entirety of life. Failures, setbacks, and confusion are parts of the journey, but not its conclusion. Viewed from a wider lens, painful experiences often become nourishment for growth and deeper meaning. Thus, this parent focused less on solving immediate problems, and more on helping children build long-term perspective, so they could endure and overcome challenges. Facing difficulty is more important than high scores. Many assume medical school students succeed because of special study techniques. But this parent believes the true key is deeper. Are children willing to face their weaknesses? Admit shortcomings? Keep trying after setbacks? Persist even when results aren't visible? These abilities stem from life beliefs. If life's purpose is comfort, hardship becomes a reason to quit. If life holds values higher than pleasure, hardship becomes a price worth paying. Such beliefs, more than any tutoring material, determine how far a child can go. Education's end goal is not medical school. People often highlight that this parent raised multiple children capable of entering medical school. But his true concern was never medical school itself. He wanted to cultivate the ability to face difficulties bravely, keep moving forward on rough roads, stand up again after setbacks. Study techniques alone are not enough. Children need a philosophical foundation to understand why they must strive, take responsibility, and confront hardship. That is the core of his educational philosophy. As for practical methods, helping children overcome specific challenges, build discipline, face failure, and develop persistence, these require deeper discussion and will be explored further. But before any technique, the most important question is: does the child truly believe life has values worth pursuing, so that even in difficulty, it is worth giving their all? If the answer is yes, then the strength to overcome hardship has already begun to grow.